Good evening. How everyone doing today? My name is Armin J. I'm here to give you a little short news on today. It's also old news too. Um, Not too much old. Bennett apologized um, from Indian border school, happened like 150 years ago. So President Bennett addressed American at the river Indian community, apologized to 1,000 Antioch City, committed against 10 of 1,000, of children at Folks, a federal Indian border school. Now, see, back then, they forced the children out of their home to go to this border school, and so beginning in the late 19th century, many American Indian children attended government or the church. So they were forced to go to either the boarding school or either this church is operated by the boarding school. Now, family was often forced to send their children to these schools where they was forbidden to speak their language. See these Indians, and so they taught them in English language, so they were forbidden to even try to speak their own language, and so many codes taught, taking attended boarding school as adult, and they found a puzzling that the same government that had tried to take away their language, in schools, later gave them a critical role speaking in their language in the military service. So at the boarding school, Indian children were separated from their family in cultural ways to long periods, sometimes 4 or more years. And so they was gone for 4 or more years from their home after they was forced out of their home. And the children were forced, to cut their hair and give up their traditional clothing, and they had to give up their name and take English ones, and they was taught to speak English, but punished for speaking their own language. Now these were children, Indian children, they were forced out of their home to go to a boarding school or either the church. They was working under the same program. And so now I'm gonna talk about the purpose of the ceasefire. Um, Now Israel Hezbollah on wall. Egypt proposed a ceasefire deal. So Israel later news, President announced his country proposed a 2-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. Was 4 hostages was to be free. Now they would agree for a ceasefire, and they supposed to free 4 hostages. So President Ede, said that the proposal includes the release of prisoners also. So 4 hostages and some prisoners. They're supposed to be released because of the ceasefires, the deal they had with the ceasefire. So Israel chief is traveling to talk about the prime minister and in an attempt to end the fight. That'd be nice if they end this fighting, or this war and have peace, And so Israel's defense minister, said that, not every goal can be achieved, through military operation. Painful compromise will be required to return the hostages. Now they're supposed to return the hostages. They give them the ceasefire. It's part of the deal. 4 hostages and some prisoners. So the main aim of the meeting is to discuss the plan for the short-term ceasefire. Gaza that would last less than a month. So the main aim for us is free the hostages and end this war. And let it be peace. We want the hostages to be released safely. We want this war to end. They need peace. So that's all I have for you with the news. We talk about Mr. Bennett had apologized for all these children. Most of them got killed, and most of them was sick. They was forced out of their home to go to this boarding school, and these were Indian, and they was forbidden to speak their own language, you know, because they was taught to speak English, you know. So that was, you know, that was horrible right there, to be forced out of their home to get treated a certain kind of way in a boarding school. And we also talk about they had a deal for the C5 to release 4 hostages and some prisoner, you know. So I gotta see how they went. You know, if 4 hostages was released. So that's all I have for you to with the news. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.